Three, four, five, six. Probably a good indication that we are live. Hello, good morning. How are we? Uh, how was yesterday? I hope you had a good day. Had a great day. Uh, Again, team's doing well. I wanted to recap what I said yesterday about that. I wanted to add some clarification. I am not in a leadership position. I am but a mere cog in the machine uh, that pays my bills. you know. But everyone that I work with is doing well. Uh, you know, Manager's great. My boss is great. They're all good people. Everyone's just plugging away. Uh, so, what is there to what's our morning huddle going to be like? Really don't have much. It's ironic I don't have much considering the government shutdown, but don't have much on the docket. Didn't see anything that really jumped out to me. Don't have anything new. Uh, Regarding uh, yesterday about doing that data analysis, I got really tired when I came home from work. I had to go to CVS to pick up a prescription, and the pharmacy was giving me issues, so I had to, I was took like an hour, to get my stuff, and then, came back home. It was late. I would have only been able to stream for like 30 minutes, but uh, after making dinner, it was cards didn't play out right, but that was super loud. Uh, but I do plan on streaming after work tomorrow and possibly Friday. Uh, Probably the same schedule we did last week. I forget if I streamed. No, I definitely didn't stream Monday. So that is that's a shame. Uh, but yeah, you know, again, more meta discussion, but yeah, we'll figure it out. It's not like it's not bothering anyone. It's just gonna make the VOD very boring. But at work, I did have some downtime during lunch, so I started looking into you know thinking more about the how would you go about the analysis for future uh, arguments. I think we should really batten down, I guess, hot topics like key topics, that would happen in a debate. Uh, Ever since reading that bill that Schumer's trying to put out, the Mind Act, I've been not thinking about the data privacy. One, because it's a lot of work that has to go into that, a lot of research, and you know, it's not as easily acceptable. I want something that I can make traction on from the beginning, and I feel like there's a lot of public data sets about things such as crime. The census is great. Be able to look at census data would be really good to get, demographic info. We can look at housing prices. That was something I was looking at yesterday. That seems pretty publicly available. At least, I don't know if we can download a data set, but we can at least look on Redfin or, uh, you know, uh, Zillow to pull up information like on the spot if we needed to spot check something if we're part of an investigation. I don't know if we should actually see if there's a Redfin uh, for housing prices data set uh, by zip code. If we can get it by zip code, that would be great because house prices every New York City and zip code housing data, hottest zip codes of 2024. I don't care what's the most popular one. I just want to download market data. Look at this. Rocket Money always coming out on top. Let's see. New listings in Redford Metros. Uh, at the local level, overview page here. Existing home sales. There was a spike in 2021. That's interesting. 2020 it dropped dramatically, but picked right back up. I guess the panic, people scared. They're like, we need to do this now, I guess, and then everything dropped off. That's pretty incredible. I wonder if we should look at the rates for mortgage rates during this time, see if like financing was better or something. And then here, I'm sure the interest rates are starting to kick up because interest rates right now are fucked. Speculating that. I have no idea. Uh, I just know that interest rates are high. That's what they say on CNBC. Uh, Redfin home price and oh, you can download the data right there. Okay. Does this have that? No. Uh, but there are public data sets that we can start crunching numbers. I want to build. I can open up. Let's see. I can probably set up a project, uh, just a little Python project, and just build out the directory structure for like this is where I'm going to store my data, and then we can have scripts for manipulating the various things, importing things. Just have a workspace to look at that. It would probably be make more sense to do that as like a Jupyter notebook. We could probably use Google Colab uh, to do that. That would be interesting. Because I like the Jupyter notebooks because it can show you uh, the the results in line with your results, and I believe you can run it chunk by chunk, so you don't have to rerun the entire script to get the data you want. You can run it piece by piece, so if you have to make modifications at some point, you just have to run it from that point down to refresh everything. It's a little more efficient, and uh, it looks cleaner when you're trying to present it. Uh, so we can do that. Let's see. Uh, Let me see if I can. I don't really want to search Instagram right now. I just want to, I feel like I'm gonna get caught in a rabbit hole. Like I said, I didn't. These morning ones I'm usually a little less prepared, especially as the week goes on. I get busy at work and I have less time to research these things, which is my fault. I should be putting in time to dedicate to this, but I also get to myself at 5 o'clock and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What what purpose does this serve? You know, God, I was thinking about that yesterday. I saw there's these people I know from a past life that just a really cute couple, and I was like, God damn, that's where my priorities should be. Like, I'm getting way too old to be doing, solo. You know what I mean? Like, need to, I need to have kids. I need to have a family. I'm at that point in my life where that's like, come on, you need to do that now or forever hold your peace. You know what I mean? Mm. But but no, we're really gonna stick it to them. We're gotta call to action. But we'll we will see. Really just killing time before I have to go to work. See if there's anything on here that the left is destroying the family. That is hate fathers, mothers, and marriage. That's crazy. I don't think anyone hates families. I'm over here talking about I need a family. That's the first thing I see. Is like liberals are destroying that dream. Uh, yeah, I probably should have just pulled up that post, but mm, yeah. Uh, what could we look at? What could we look at in 20 minutes? I really want to look at that. Let's look at census data, crime data, FBI. I was looking at this, like I said, I was looking at this Tuesday during break. Uh, Not Tuesday, Monday. Because I was working from home. Uh, let's see. Is there any information on Operation statistics. Information trends and arrests, detentions. But the big thing about what? What? Come on. That sucks. Uh we should message someone about that. Be like, "Hey, your statistics page is broken." Detention? Yeah, no data. Nope, can't see that. That's funny. That's unfortunate. Uh President Joe Biden declared it COVID-19. Uh 42 expulsions through the CBP. Uh, Alternatives to detention. So they don't give you the graphs, and they don't give you 2025 data. Uh, what's At large arrest? 10% of its workforce deployed to the southwest border deploy DHS in stemming irregular migration, homeland security, legal investigator. I really want to look this up at work to see if maybe there's just something wrong with my computer, but I doubt that it's my computer that's having an issue. Uh, can I not? 2023 doesn't help. I want to see, the new stuff. What's the fact sheet? Oh, it's just this. It's just their little the quick statistics. It's like, all right, well, I want to see let me see the data. Let me get access to it. Congressionally mandated ICE data. It's a brief survey about your experience. Yes, I'll give feedback. Paperwork Reduction Act. Uh, Jesus, I wasn't even reading it. We're currently conducting a customer feedback survey for ICE government measuring constantly improve website performance. We'll be like, well, half of it isn't working. So 5 minute per response. Okay. Uh, say poor. Well, below average. I don't want it to be like, oh, he's liberal. He's just giving us a uh, bad information. What information were you looking for today? Contact videos, immigration enforcement investigations, online small business information about uh, forms of publications, job enforcement. Can I select multiple? Okay, so it's only one. Uh, I guess immigration enforcement. Able to click no. Please select the option best technical problem or error on page. Yeah. If you still return this, if you could get this information or service from another source. If I could get it from another source, I wouldn't come back. I mean, if they fixed it, I would come back to ICE because they're the people providing the data. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, I'd come back. Uh, will you recommend this website to a friend or colleague? No. Uh, Business representative, first responder, nonprofit, or volunteer. Uh, what am I? Uh, Not a representative. I want to say student, but I'm not in school anymore. Uh, I guess student would be the best way. Please describe your experience finding your way around, navigating. Uh, I mean, navigating didn't seem to be a problem. How was your experience using our site search? Uh, did not use search bar. Next, because I was literally on the page for 2 seconds. All right, contact ICE page. Provide additional. Okay, contact ICE. Uh, I don't want to submit a tip. I just want to office personnel professional responsibility regulatory regulatory affairs. They only give you the mailing address. That's hilarious. Uh, I guess. Oh man, this is not. I didn't want to write a fucking email. Sorry for the swearing. Okay. Well, I don't care about this anymore. I just done. Thank you for taking the survey. Uh, you're welcome. Please give me my statistics. Attention statistics. Full year 2025. Okay. Cool. That's a very small file for all of the action that's been occurring. And for detention full year, alternatives to detention, and facilities full year, and footnotes. Four different categories of data, and it's only 227 kilobytes. That's that's pretty tiny, and it's an Excel file. It's not a CSV, so that's a little sus. Uh, Let me pull this up. How many rows we have? Okay, this is something we can look at. Special population, migrations and customs, 2022, 2023, 2025. I like the format of their data though. It's actually really nice. Uh, Consecutive days in segregation, facility security threat, so increased segregation, number of placements about the same. Oh no, this is between the different quarters. Okay, let's look at what was it like in 2024 was nothing. There is nothing. When was Trump elected? Like when did Trump take control? 'Cause this is interesting. There's a huge jump from the first quarter to the second quarter, and then it stayed pretty consistent. It was pretty low for 23 too. Okay, I don't even know what this is. Uh, and detainees. What the hell is a positive fear determination? That is a fucked up. That is a weird string of words. Uh, what is that? A positive, credible fear determination is a decision by a U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service that indicates an individual has a valid fear of persecution or torture if returned to their home country. Okay, that's really sad. That is sad. Uh, and scary. Still in custody. Let's see. And they make this impossible to work with. I wish that, I mean, because I planned on getting this like just raw data, rows, different sheets to manipulate it, and instead I gotta pull it all out of this. Uh, I mean, it looks nice, but it's impossible to import into Python. Ho ho ho, that's gonna be such a pain in the ass. And this is 2023. Let's look at 2025. Single adults, positive fear, average in custody length of stay, 738. Okay. So 68, you know, 50 to 60s, uh, single adults and family units around 80, or average length of stay. Is this days? Jesus Christ! Look at the holding period increase. Well, this is for no, this is for single adults, and they don't report anything about family units. That's why don't they? Why why is there no data on the family units? I mean, I guess they didn't report it for 2023 either. Why don't you report that? I mean, that's weird. I mean, why even include it if you're not gonna report on it? That's unfortunate. Let's see. So it could be the media just hyping it up, but the numbers look pretty. I guess it does jump up quite a bit from 2025. I'm looking at the total here for their average length of stay, so we're holding on to them for longer. So that's, I keep saying them. That sounds really fucked up, but we're holding on to people for longer. So I imagine that would make sense if there's a higher volume of people coming in. It's like you have so many, you can only deport so many at once. You know, there's a lot of logistics behind that. Uh, so like the more people you have, the average holding would be the same or be higher because the line you have to wait to get deported is growing longer. That's the reasoning I'm having for it. Adult facility aliens, uh, more than 730 days. Jesus, that's a long time to be detained. That's was that like 2 years? 720. Yeah, just over 2 years. No, that is 2 years. More than 730 days, 365 times two. Come on. Come on, get it together. Okay, so more than 2 years. That sucks. 60 goes up to consistently high 60s, I guess. Let's see, 32, 40,000, 50,000. So it's risen quite substantially. It's usually around 30,000. At least that's what it was in 2023. It was way less. It was building up to 30,000 pretty consistently. Started out with 18,000 and then goes all the way up to 34, 24. It's consistently low 30s from what I'm seeing. 2025, it goes from 32 to upper 30s, 40, 40, 50, 53. So an extra 20,000 aliens. Uh, and then the positive fear. Huh, that's interesting. It's right around July. There's been a significant drop in those that are reportedly scared to go back. Well, okay, no, I see the shift in numbers. They're being held for longer. So 4,000 to 300. And then as this number grows, uh, so we are holding them for longer. Uh, so single adults with positive fear. So 56,000, 3,000 are scared. Are these add up? Are these supposed to be like equivalent? Uh, are we supposed to be able to take family units and single adults and equal the number of adult? No, family units includes kids, I'd imagine. So Oh, I'm glad they're. If you're scared of going back to your country for fear of torture, I would hope they would hold on to you for longer. Like, hey man, you cannot send me back. I will die if you send me back. That's a that is a scary plea. That's a fucked up position to be in. Be like, hey, I came to your country because they will kill me back there. Uh, and it's like that's uh that's super sad and scary. Uh, and let's see, but those numbers are pretty consistent for 2024, 4,000 to 5,000. So most people that come to our country are scared. Not most, but a good portion of them, a decent percentage are scared to go back, but they only stay for 0 to 180 days. What is this? What happens after the 180 days? Is my question. Like, how many actually get deported? Like, do we hold them and be like, okay, you can go back? Uh, do we like catch and release? Uh, does, no, I want to keep that. Does ICE uh, deport everyone they detain? No, ICE does not deport everyone they detain. However, they aim to remove individuals who are subject to a final order of removal is sued issued by an immigration judge. Include detention. Well, if it comes from a judge, that should be public information that we can grab. So we just got to do some digging to find that, I believe. Or a flight risk. Well, if they say they're scared to go back to their country, I imagine they're not a flight risk. Uh, but they may be uh, a public safety risk, or they're released with conditions. That's inf- that's that's good to know. It would be nice to see how many people are actually deported. Fuck, I gotta go to work soon. Oh man, I want to keep diving into this. Uh, detention. Currently detained of stateless aliens by detention. So 77. What? Okay, so it looks like. Whoa. Oh, these are probably still in process. I would guarantee these are probably still in process. That's why they're not reporting. I was like, oh, they're hiding something, but no. Um, okay, it seems like a good majority are do get parole granted if they're scared. 23, there was definitely a higher percentage of granted paroles. 24, there just an increase in denies. But less cases being heard. I mean, this one, there was 600, 500, 500, and dropped significantly in September 23. 300, 300, 400, 300, 300, 500, and then again 500, 700, 700. Holy shit. 600, 209. So maybe they're still working on February. That's a long goddamn process. I mean, September, August, July, June, May, April, March, 6, 7 month lag. And how many days is that? It's about 180 days. So, uh, hmm. ICE average length of stay by facility type and arresting agency. So ICE average length of stay, is this for full year? I only see, oh yeah, full year. So October of last year to October this year. Uh, CBP definitely higher, but ICE is around the same. Pretty well. It's shorter now. I'm trying to expedite it. It seems 50 days down to low 40s. Daily population by facility type. Wow, that has increased significantly. 30,000, high 30s, low 40s, and then 40s has increased to 50 to high 50s, 60s. Huh. What's the CBP? Uh, Customs and Border Protection. Okay. Department of Homeland Securities. Okay, that's good. So they are convicted convicted criminals, pending criminal charges, other immigration violator. Uh, that's interesting. So, oh, average length of stay for criminals is significantly longer. Well, at least for the Customs and Border Patrol compared to last year. 40, 48, 47, then January 53, 60, 90, 113. For other immigration violator, I don't know what that means, but pending criminal charges and convicted criminals have 30, 30, 40, 30, 25, 19, 24, 42, 34. It's pretty, I mean, it's lower. I mean, it definitely has lower troughs. For ICE, 43, it's dropped about 10 days on average. It's still, I mean, even then, it's still pretty much the same. Uh, 50s, low 50s, high 40s, uh, and then dropping a little bit, but I mean, they're still hmm, pretty much the same. But what we did see was there's a dramatic increase in these other immigration violators. This is just the average. So, oh yeah, and it's because Customs and Border Patrols are holding these other immigration violators for longer, 100 days. I wonder why that is. That's interesting. So 70, 30, so 56. Daily population 13,000. That's increased quite a bit. Uh, the average. So it's interesting. Uh, the population for criminal border patrol actually looks like it's going down. For pending criminal charges is increasing. Has increased a little bit, and convicted criminals has stayed pretty consistent. 1,400, 1,400, maybe dropped a little bit there towards the end. Oh, here we go. Final book outs by release month in criminality. Out of order of recognizance, so probably watching them, order of supervision, paroled, proceedings terminated, release to remove, relief granted, transfer to U.S. Marshals, transfer to other. Uh, Bonded out. What does that mean? Release reason. Oh, so this is just how many they've released. Uh, Total is 284,000. That's for the full year. So let's just take that minus 60. So 220,000. Release to remove. Has increased significantly. Was released to remove mean? Uh, Context to be released or removed the individual after receiving a final removal order. Is released from detention by immigration, but must leave the country within a specified time frame as a condition of release. Okay, so they're being ordered to leave. Okay, has increased significantly. So that's 222,000. So that's basically all of them. That's everyone. 20,000 have been paroled, 2,000 supervision, 6,000 order recognizance, relief granted by IJ, transferred to U.S. Marshals or other agencies, transferred or others. Okay, so 222,000 are given a timeline to leave the country, considering the fact that not all of those people that are being detained are criminals. Uh, that sucks. There's a lot of people that haven't done anything wrong, and there's a portion of them that are scared to go back to their country that are being released to move back on their own free will. So if these people go back, I don't know what this release to remove, what kind of watch they have on that. I gotta get out of here. I really gotta go. All right, well, I'm gonna leave this up because I'm gonna come back to it. But all right, have a good day, everyone. Do good, be good. Let's have a good day. Let's take care of business. I will see you either after work today or tomorrow morning, and then definitely after work tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you in there.